Well, ladies and gents, Rachel Zegler has apparently been recast in Paddington 3. Fun times. Now, Rachel Zegler, of course, is the controversial figure that is in the brand new Snow White movie. That's right, White. Rachel Zegler. Interesting. But look, she's been highly controversial. Massively so. And this is also a person, just as an FYI, a person that if you look at her filmography has been in nothing but flops. But she's been painted by Hollywood as the next big star. And Hollywood does this. You'll remember. Cast your mind back. You know, there's quite a few. Taylor Kitsch, for instance, he was painted as the next big thing. There's been many of these individuals. And what happens is, just as a bit of a background, is that, you know, a rising star comes up and for whatever reason, a casting agent takes a liking to them. And studios basically cast them in everything because they genuinely believe that this is the next person that's going to be the big thing. The it girl, the it guy. And 9 times out of 10, it's a complete failure. But we also, unfortunately, due to that aspect, go through a spat of a couple of years of horrendous movies with terrible leads. And then, you know, every now and then, a good person comes through the ranks. And then, lo and behold, we get some, you know, a bunch of good movies with good leads in the role. But Rachel Zegler is not one of those people. She's starred in nothing but flops. She's a wholly unlikable person. And she will be the reason, along with, of course, what Disney are doing to Snow White. But she will be one of the core fundamental reasons why that film bombs. Because she is awful at public speaking. She essentially spits nothing but contempt for anyone and any of the work that she's in. For instance, Snow White. Calling the prince a stalker, you know, it's weird, it doesn't need to fall in love anymore. There you go, basically, right? Now, I did wonder whether there would be any recasting due to this situation, and it's looking like now there has been. So, studios are realising that this person is nothing but box office cancer, and so they're recasting her. Now, it's important to note, the rumour is that she's been recast but not because of her behaviour. But they're not going to say that. They will quietly wheel out other reasons, and there's a great reason for it right now. The strikes. Scheduling, because of the strikes. We can get someone that's not affiliated with SAG-AFTRA on board. You know, we don't need them. It's fine. We just get someone else. We can go to, I think it's Equity, which is the UK arm of SAG. They're not allowed to strike at the moment. That's been deemed illegal. Any strike that they do is not sanctioned, and thus they would lose jobs and contracts, so on and so forth. So they have a really easy get-out-of-jail card when it comes to recasting. I don't believe that it's due to the strike. I think it's firmly due to the fact everyone is well aware that Rachel Zegler is box office cancer. So let's take a look at this. So, again, just as an FYI, what films has Rachel Zegler been in? West Side Story and Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This was also the individual that bitched and moaned about not being invited to the Oscars. So she got an invite to the Oscars. Just the epitome of entitlement, basically. So obviously she joined this cast back in June as a character named Gina Cabot. But according to Daniel Richtman, the actress parted ways with the threequel when the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes got underway and has now been recast because it's Paddington in Peru. I'd imagine she's playing someone from Peru, maybe, but you know what? That's a bit out because she's not Peruvian, is she? So, interesting. Now, obviously, there's no mention of which actress has stepped up to play her part. However, this is just a bit of an FYI for what Paddington is going to be. Stupid bloody windows. Follow Paddington returning to Peru to visit his beloved Aunt Lucy, who now resides at the home for retired bears. Paddington and the Brown family embark on an unexpected journey through the Amazon rainforest and end up to the mountain peaks of Peru. Sounds very wholesome, you know, this kind of stuff. I love this stuff. This is fine. Who doesn't like Paddington bears? Great. But so here we have it, right? So here's what's the situation. RPK literally just tweeted this out. Do we call it tweeting anymore? Xing? He X'd it out. Says Paddington 3 wraps filming in 2 weeks and Rachel Zegler was recast due to the strikes. Now, we don't know what size her role was going to be. Like, we've got literally no idea at all. But I do not for 1 second believe that this is because of the strikes. At all. Genuinely. I don't think there's any way, shape or form that this is because of the strikes. So we had... this is the directorial debut of Dougal Wilson, who said, "I'm absolutely delighted to be working with such wonderful cast on the next instalment of the Paddington story. I was already an enormous fan of our returning actors, but for them to be joined by Olivia, Antonio, Emily and Rachel is beyond thrilling." Okay. I don't put this down to the strikes. Nah. There is no way anyone convinced me that this is because of the strikes. I think a lot of people are very, very wary about having Rachel Zegler on board. Because she is, as I said, genuinely box office cancer. I mean, look, she looks alright. That's basically all that's going for her. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, she had a bunch of nudes leaked. That's essentially why she rose to stardom, along with, you know, her mediocre acting capabilities. And that is what she is. She is a mediocre actress who had her nudes leaked. And fine, I guess. But now that she's begun spewing nonsense and has revealed herself to be very contemptuous, quite a sort of a maliciously sounding individual, I can imagine she will lose a lot of opportunities. Now, mark my words, she will do exactly what Brie Larson did. Basically a redemption arc. Brie Larson has come out and, you know, every single interview with Brie Larson at the moment, she's rejected essentially every previous stance she's held. Because obviously she's been told that, you know, you need to buck your ideas up. Because again, she's not getting any acting roles. She starred in what? Fast X, that's it. And now, you know, Captain Marvel 2, but it's not even Captain Marvel 2 because you're so unlikable. Oh, okay, cool. So look, Rachel Zegler will probably do exactly the same thing, go back on everything she said, and, you know, when the marketing material for Snow White ramps up, because that will happen soon, mark my words, there'll be a massive change of tact, because Disney will be shitting bricks, and Rachel Zegler will be too, because she's tanking the film. So there you go, Rachel Zegler. The chickens have come home to roost. Let me know what you think down below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.